Yeah.
All
So
right,
it's
got
in
it.
progress. So if you can just brief me about your mission and what exactly you're trying to do there, your target customers, so I can
Sure.
pitch my presentation accordingly then.
Okay. So when Gordon told me about what you were offering, what you had, and just asked me to investigate further, was I thought immediately to couple it with what we're doing for the schools and for the youth. So my future today, well, we've changed it now to our future tomorrow. Silly name, but anyway. Um, it's a simulation which teaches kids about or gives them exposure to life and awareness of all the multiple different facets of life, all the decisions they're going to be faced with, the trade-offs that they're going to have to make, how you should use their time wisely. And it opens, so as you make one decision, it opens up multiple doors or closes doors as you're going through life. So this program has been very, very successful all parts of the world, but it hasn't yet run in the US. So we're going to launch it. I did actually launch it last year, but I did it incorrectly. Actually, I went direct. I started advertising to parents and schools directly, which in the US I found out very quickly was a really bad thing to do because I didn't have all the licenses and all the, to work with children directly. It was way too much risk, and I wasn't willing to accept that risk. So this year we're putting a marketing campaign to NGOs and summer camp organizers who are actually, they've got all the right insurances and they have everything, and all they're doing is looking for content. So I thought what Gordon had explained, which was very, very high level, was what do you have? Because a lot of the time when we're selling this program, and it's targeted to the end of high school. So as they're in their last 2 or 3 years and they're making their subject choices for the careers they're going to take, that's the time that they put the kids through our simulations. And most people actually think when they go through the sim, and it's been used for career choice, sort of like career guidance department in the schools, even though the simulation's so much broader than that. It's not actually just about careers, but of course that's almost the theme a lot of the time. So that's kind of, I thought this might be a nice little tool that they can do before even. I don't know, but tell me more about it because I can't in my mind see how it would fit in because I don't really understand what it is.
Yes. So fine. I think so. You are basically dealing only at the school level at this present moment, right? Okay.
Well, yes, because of summer camps. I'm talking now. I mean, of course, around the world, we've used it for universities and business schools and
Yeah.
all across all different age groups. But definitely where it goes best is like end of high school, when they're making these vital decisions, which opens or closes doors for them.
Okay. So while we cater to the universities and the B schools here in India, and of course there are some schools also, only let us say standard 9 and 10 onwards, who can be the prospective customers for this. As you said, the students who are going to be actually leaving their schools and opting for the universities and making their careers. So this is basically, let me show you the presentation that we have.
Okay.
So we have this, we are basically an edtech company, into the education technologies. And our edtechs are specifically in the areas of innovation, entrepreneurship, and startups. So we basically help the students to come up with new ideas for their startups and for their innovations, and
Right.
co-innovate with the companies and move
Yeah.
to education 4.0. So if you see what we provide certain tools to them. Now, the one tool that we provide to them is called the 3D idea generators. This helps them to generate new ideas, for resolving the challenges and for, creating new ideas for innovation. The second tool that we provide to them is called the guided mind maps. The guided mind maps, guide them and enable any ordinary student to transform their evolutionary idea into a revolutionary innovation. So that is the guided mind maps. And the third tool is the World Innovation Network platform, which connects the students with the entire ecosystem, with the companies, with the, the innovation seekers actually. So this results into creating innovation ideas, the startups and entrepreneurship programs. So this is what we do in a nutshell. And if I
Okay.
give you the most important thing that we provide is the app that connects, which is called WIN, the World Innovation Network, that connects
Yeah.
the innovation seekers with the innovation providers.
Is
If
that
you,
your app?
yes,
Is it
yes,
almost like LinkedIn for
yeah.
innovation
So
seekers and providers?
yes, it is basically,
Okay.
you can call it a Google of innovation seekers, connecting the innovation seekers with innovation providers. So the seekers are
Wow.
basically government, companies, R&D centers,
Mm.
VCs, and the providers are basically universities, startups originating from their technology providers, professionals, and students.
Okay.
The problem was so far they remained unconnected. So what
Yeah.
we have done is, we have completely connected them so that the ideas and the energy and the passion of students can meet the management experience, the mentorship, and the funding of the large companies. And it,
How do people get onto this platform? Do you actively go seek out
no, you
either
have,
parties and ask them to join?
yeah, they have to subscribe. They have to
Okay.
subscribe to the platform, and it enables them to develop the future ready skills. The future skills are basically innovation, creativity, problem solving, originality of the ideas, technology applications, design thinking, and so on. Because today's skills are very different from yesterday's skills. So it is very
Yes,
important for the
absolutely.
students to know all these things. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
complete ecosystem that we have. And if you see the World Innovation Network platform, it is right here, on your screen. So you can see 5.4K items. So 5,400 resources are here on this platform and divided into 10 sections, which provides them all the resources, test their creativity scores, provide them with more knowledge on innovation. But what is very important here is the technology platform that we provide. So any student today, if he wants to know about the drone technology, he can simply click here and he will see 127 applications of drones. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this makes him very creative and innovative, and he can actually go and see how this forest restoration drones are working. So he may get a similar kind of an idea, right? So this is basically the platform on the technology. And if you go back here, a very important research work that we have done is connecting the students with the drone solution providers all over the world. So this is a research, that enables them now, if they have seen that video, which is this company, which is actually creating rapid reforestation, they can actually click here and see that, this is the organization which is actually providing those solutions. Because today
Okay.
innovation,
So you've done the Google for them
yeah,
actually.
the
You've
complete Google, yeah, complete work has been done. Because today, innovation is not just about starting from a scratch. It is about creating a market and a technology fit as well. So every technology, so if it is robots, the students get to know on their smartphones what are the applications of the robot technologies, and they will find out that the modern day robots are definitely much more different. So they can see these videos, they can actually see this, how the
How on
robots
earth do
are
you?
working.
I understand the concept.
Yeah,
How do
now,
you
yeah, yeah.
keep this up to date? Do you have someone that's scrolling through YouTube for the latest videos and adding them all the time?
It is,
How do you keep it up
we
to
have
date?
a research team. Every
Okay.
day the new application is added, the new solution providers, they're added over here. So if somebody wants to partner with a company called Molly, and create a new association with them, their website is over here for them to actually partner with them, right? So this is the beauty of the whole package that we provide, that it has
Okay.
got
So do you actively get involved with? I mean, besides giving them the link to the people's website, which they then can go contact,
yeah.
do you have partnerships or anything with these providers?
No,
Okay.
there is no such partnership. It's a research. It's a complete research work that we provide for every technology and the technology solution provider. But a very important part over here is that we connect them with the world's best accelerators. Now, today, most of these accelerators are providing support to the students, right? So let us
Yeah.
say accelerators in the FMCG companies. So what is the need of all these organizations, right? So let us say they want to enter into the ecosystem of Procter and Gamble. They can simply go click inside and see what is P&G looking for. See, the basic problem with the entrepreneurs today is that they don't have ideas. But if they see this, they know from where to get the ideas. So,
Well, I think Gordon actually said this, but it's not, these days it's not a question of what you know, because you can find out anything you want to know. It's what to ask.
yes.
It's what to search. And if they don't see it there, if they see it, then it's like, oh, yes, okay, that's an obvious.
So I think, say, any student today wants to know more ideas about what P&G is looking for. They can see that, these are the ideas, the ways to work. These are the ideas of amplifying the potential of the humans.
This is the need.
Yeah, this is the need of the market. So I think this is extremely important for people to understand. They can go into any organization. I mean, the kind of research that we have done that enables them to find out what exactly the companies are needing today, right? If you know that, I think you have $1 billion business with you, and not just Procter and Gamble. What is PepsiCo looking for? What is Nestle looking for? And the biggest advantage is that these people, they are able to take the idea to the market stage in just about 6 months time. So this is the R&D accelerator of Nestle. You can see the open challenges that they have, and the students how they are supposed to be working on this. So they know that they're looking for smart machines for food and beverage preparation, right? I think this is what has been missing. So the whole link, I mean, for every sector, you can go back, or you can come out of FMCG, you can go to the next sector, which is basically, let us say, the needs of the automotive industry today, right? Now, let us say Open Bosch. You can simply click over here and see that, what is Open Bosch. It is a win-win partnership between Bosch and the startups. And
Okay, so
the students can sell their ideas even at the POC stages. They can test.
Okay, so I get that. I mean, let me just try and understand. I'm a student. I've now studied engineering, and I want to get into the whole innovation space. My university is offering this platform for me to go play in. I start clicking around and getting some ideas in maybe whatever astrochemical. I'm making up words here. And I'll go into that space and I'll go find out the different providers and companies that are looking for some sort of innovative solutions or something. Or they're offering partnership, whatever, what do you call them, accelerators and things like that. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now I've had some ideas. I'm like, okay, that looks very interesting. I can do some more research, watch some videos. I can do all of that stuff. Now what? And then I go click on the website, I get into the program.
So once you know what is the need, for example, let us say, what is the need in a pharma sector today, you can simply click on this site, go to find out what Sanofi is looking for, check out for the ideas, right? And you know that, they're looking for the solutions in these areas. So you can view their needs. The next thing is, I think, you can actually go and start exploring our ready-to-use mind mapping templates. Because in a typical, software, which is mind map, you are given a blank slate. But here it guides you on every step. So the first step on any kind of a mind map, if you have a problem or a need of an industry, is basically, the what, the why, where, when, who, and how. So the students can very easily actually, they can actually expand this and write as to, how many people are actually affected by this problem, right? And they can go step by step. And this is what is the biggest advantage. The next step is to go for creative thinking. But what is creative thinking? It guides them scientifically on every step. No? So for example, imagination, right? And 5 levels of the taxonomy of creative thinking. How does it move from imitation to imitation?
Is this just a tool that you provide and let them go for it, and they must proactively use these things, or is there?
Yeah,
like training where they actually in a workshop and you guide them into something, and then they use this as
yeah,
almost
we
like in a workshop format rather than
yeah,
just a proactive thing.
yeah. Once we provide them this, we also provide them with the training. We do the train the trainers program, and we also do the students training program, right? Let me take you to unconventional thinking, for example. So the students are able to step by step, look into these design thinking, for example. Now, in design thinking, we provide them with the idea generator. This is basically a 5 into 5 into 5 cube, and you can actually rotate in any direction. And the best part is that this enables you to develop the cognitive flexibility and creativity. And we have 12 such idea generators. What you have today is on design. I can shuffle it. So how can I create something which is new and smart, simpler, right? How can I create something which is new and cheaper, or minimize or utilize a different product? I can go vertical, I can go horizontal, and I can
Okay.
actually shuffle this in multiple ways. So it is programmed for a 20 times of auto shuffling, where the students can see many more permutation and combinations of the ideas. So these mind maps and the idea generators, they
All
enable
right.
they enable the students to develop the creative
Yeah.
idea, which otherwise is not possible. Now,
Okay.
so as they move ahead, they understand that the next step is basically about the technology thinking. Is it possible to resolve this with sensors, or with the apps, or with the AR
That's
VR?
awesome. Yeah.
So everything, I mean, innovative thinking. But what is innovative thinking? How do you make it faster? How do you make it better, simpler, cheaper? So you don't have to guide them. See, today's generation is very smart. If they want to make this process smarter, they know what idea they will need over here. All they have to do is they have the principal idea, they have the main idea, they have the sub idea, just expand them. So
Yeah.
the whole
The how.
process,
The how the
yeah,
heck. Yeah.
yeah, the
Just put in the flesh.
whole process, by the time they sit on this mind map for a few days, they're able to come out with some excellent solutions. But not just one. I mean, the next mind map talks about, the design thinking. Now, design thinking is, how do you expand, combine now? What is the meaning of eliminate? So how do you eliminate expensive parts, or something which is very scarce, or something which has got the harmful effects, right? So they know that the wood can
Okay.
be actually eliminated from here. And
All right. So, Praveen, I'm just going to stop you because I think we're going into way more detail that I need in terms of the tool. I'm looking for big picture, and I'm looking for how do we make this a commercial model, and
yes,
where do we sell it, and the markets, and from our connections, that's what I'm trying to still just get a gist of the big picture. And I think I've got, so we have student that's in the space, and maybe they're part, and now I'm thinking STEM programs because I'm also part of STEM ecosystems,
mm-hmm.
huge. And I can tell you now, the even from schools, universities, these separate STEM programs, there is so much money being
Mm-hmm.
thrown, grant money being thrown at these programs.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they're actually putting it into the high school curriculum as they've redone the entire curriculum to bring STEM in. But they're looking for content, they're looking for tools and things like this.
Yeah,
So I see huge opportunity. So I just want to, with that mindset, if I have to go, because I am part of my local university's STEM program that they have, and they also, all of these also do summer camps, but it doesn't have to be summer camp because this is an ongoing program, just like robotics programs or whatever.
yeah,
But they're more general. They're trying this exactly what you're trying to do, yeah, they're trying to do.
yeah,
So I'm trying to see from you is what is the process, the timelines, how, like the commercial model, how do you charge? Is it just a subscription? Talk to me about that. So far I've got interested, whatever, we've studied engineering. Now what do? Our ideas are all over the place. We don't know what to do with them. We don't know how to turn them into, we don't know how to formulate them properly firstly, and then turn it into a commercial offering or
yes,
something.
and a very important thing that I want
Now
to tell
what?
you before I come to that is that there are there's a complete research done on the corporate venturing companies. Now, today's venture capital, the traditional venture capital, is not going to invest But
Yeah, of course.
these corporate venturing companies, they invest in the early stage startups. The students are not getting any money from the angels, but since it is of
Yes.
strategic interest to them, the students can actually talk to many of these companies who are there, and they can get the funds. And the best thing is that they can even submit their pitch decks online. So they ask a few questions and your pitch deck is submitted to the company online. I think the biggest part of
Oh,
this platform is that
it's not knowing.
the scaling up of the startup or an innovation. It was a big challenge for the students because they don't have that experience. They are connected to some of the best companies in the world for scaling up. So we have thousands of these accelerators and these corporate venturing companies in every sector.
And
And
crowdfunding? Have you got the
yeah,
crowdfunding
yeah,
in
even the crowdfunding. For example, let us say
platforms?
that the platforms. When you say that how do you let us say get the sources of funding? The sources of funding. We have the
Okay.
crowdfunding over here. They can go
All
and
right. So
connect.
that's one
Yes,
section in your process is obviously sources of
right, right.
funding.
So
Okay.
all the
And that's
sources
one
have
of
been
the
mentioned.
sources.
One of the sources is CVC,
Yeah.
accelerators, and everything. So we have connected.
It's a wonderful guide, Praveen. What you've got is it's exceptional from a guide. I do think it probably does, and I think there's an opportunity as well, but also for the user for some sort of guided facilitated. You work with a coach or something to
Yeah.
take you through these different steps.
Yes. So, I mean, you can imagine how easy it is. I mean, it is very easy to say
Mm,
about 3D printing, but you see the cards we have on 3D printing. If it is healthcare, these are the needs of the industry today. So
sure.
the student can actually pick up any kind of an idea from here, and let us say customized devices. He can actually copy this idea and go on the canvas of the guided mind map, which says that, you paste it here and see how will you actually check up the desirability, feasibility, viability, and scalability of this idea? And we tell them exactly what is to be done. So it is a very good work which has gone, into this. And every step, let us say wearable technology today. So what will be the application in the military? The students
Yeah, okay.
know what exactly to do because they don't have ideas today. And I mean, the wearables for defense, the smart soldier uniform or the textile antennas. I mean, it's very, very guided, which tells them, for what will be the application of a wearable tech for creating the safety devices in a mining industry, for example, right? Or, the coaching devices. Many
Yeah,
students will come up with some great ideas because they are the next generation. And,
yeah, of
and they
course.
know and they know exactly what these ideas, how powerful these ideas are. So this is the power of we have hundreds of these guided mind mapping templates, which gives them the guidance as to what is to be done.
I'm
Basically, they
even
fail.
thinking like,
Yeah,
the going back to like Bill Gates was looking for solutions for water,
yeah,
for and something like this they could have used, I guess, in guiding their thinking and taking those where he was just looking for solutions,
yeah,
but he's actually taking it to the university and saying, okay, guys, we're taking on this challenge.
yes.
Here's a tool that's going to help you guide you through solving the water issue in the world.
Absolutely. And if you if
Yeah,
you if you want to see the first mind map, this is connected to the sustainable development goals, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
everything is over here. So it's not just about the zero hunger and the good quality living,
Oh, wow.
the clean water. If you click on the
That's
clean
wonderful because
water,
that's
you
in
you
that simulation I was talking to you about
yeah,
was
it
we've
takes
got that as well.
it
But
takes
we
you
don't
to
go
the
into the
SDG
detail.
goals, and it tells you that these exactly are the challenges that people are facing today. So the students can actually, on the very first mind map itself, they can find out that they have to work for the problems, that the world is facing today.
Yeah.
So this is very important. One click and it opens up. That is the beauty of these guided mind maps. And if you do not know anything, supposing the student wants to know something more about that particular thing, what is the meaning of divergent thinking? He can simply click here and say he can understand the meaning of divergent thinking from here. So the notes are there, the proper guidance is there, step by step. We take an idea from an
Okay, I've
evolutionary
got
stage,
that.
yeah, to the revolutionary stage. And as I said, the biggest advantage, of course, is the connectivity that we provide with the corporate venturing companies and
Okay.
with so many of these accelerators. and of course the technology section which is there, so that is
And
the
of
whole
course, this is
package.
so.
Yeah,
Just a few questions.
yeah,
So it's global, obviously, because I've seen all your connectors,
yeah,
the providers especially, totally global.
yeah,
Um, so that's fine. Um, what I don't want to stop you in your process. So you've shared, here is the the connections. Now I've gone through this process. I've formulated the idea. I've almost got an entire thing sketched out. I know exactly what problem it's going to solve, how it's going to solve it, where am I going to get the funding. I'm in a program now with some provider that's going to help me through an accelerator or whatever it is.
yes,
How, firstly, go back, you said it's a subscription based model.
yeah.
Who are you charging? Are you charging the universities and incubators or whatever?
Yes,
Or
yes, yes. We have a B2B model. So we don't
okay,
go directly to an individual student.
sure, I
We
can imagine.
go, yeah, we can go to because we have the faculty development program, we have a student development program, which happens after we have given them the subscription model. So the university would say that they need to buy the license for a certain number of students, right? So let us
Yeah,
say our minimum, let us say 500 students will be approximately $10,000 US dollars, right?
okay.
It is not
Sorry, give me
very,
those numbers again.
yeah. So let us
Let me
say,
just see if it's like a sellable thing here.
yeah,
I'm
and
excited. This is awesome. I mean, this is really, really
this is
great
wonderful all over the
and
world.
so
Not,
needed.
no,
I
Debbie,
mean, literally, I've been hearing so much. I know it's a need, because of the networking events and things that I go to in the education space. Everyone's asking for stuff like this.
yes, and
So
Debbie, not only US. I would say that for your entire business simulations all over the world, there are no jobs today, and people are really looking for sustainable livelihoods. The
yeah,
venture capital is exploiting the startups, right?
yep,
These companies, these good companies, they don't exploit the startups.
yeah,
They actually support them. And I think what I want you to know over here is that we work with startups on unproven early stage ideas with the potential to impact the future. This is what Shell writes. So can you imagine the
yeah,
student who has no direction today? He knows
exactly.
where exactly to go.
And they're
And
passionate, and they've got ideas firing. They're so passionate about making a difference in the world, but
that's it.
that's
That's it.
where it
And
ends.
I am saying with the kind of presence that your business simulations has all over the world, this can become a new product portfolio. This is a new
Yeah,
product portfolio that can come
yeah,
from your offering. You get my point. And our
I
price.
do. So now let's talk about
So
that a little bit further.
the figures are basically like this. If the between 500 to I would say 500 licenses would be approximately 10,000 US dollars.
That's small money in the
That
context
is
of what.
that is a very small amount because we have
Yeah,
developed this in India, and India is a very price
yeah.
conscious market. But if you see internationally, I believe that this price can be easily doubled.
All right. So that's what they would pay to you. Of course, we would look at another commercial model of a markup or whatever on that. And of course, in different places in the world, we found what works best is a percentage rather than, we can't stipulate a price across a global price. It doesn't work for all the countries we serve.
Hmm.
So, okay, that's fine.
I
Tell
will
me
tell
what
you
about the support that
the
goes on
support.
there? Like,
Yeah, the
that's just
support.
to access the system,
Yeah,
right? That's just to access it.
the support we
License.
provide is a full-fledged train the trainer program that we do,
Okay. Yeah.
which is covered in this cost.
Okay.
We also
Trainer to who? Trainer to the
universities,
professors and
professors, yes, the faculty
okay.
development programs, how to use the package, how to get the best mileage out of this, what to find where, you know. So that is one.
What about you? I mean, for them, they're going to have a choice between give it to the professors to use as part of their teaching, their arsenal that they use, or can you guys just do this for us? Do you also provide that, direct facilitation and guidance, or do you only have a trainer model for delivery? I'm talking about the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
execution of this.
The trainer model that we have, one is for the professor and one is for the students. So we have two programs
Okay.
which is covered in this cost. So we will be
Okay.
giving them the cloud platform where they can
Mhm.
access this on their smartphones, on their PCs. They can convert their computer labs into the innovation labs. So
Yeah.
if they have, the computer labs, they can convert into innovation labs. So we will be providing them with that. And the most important thing that we provide to them is the day-to-day development of this package. So every day there are so many developments in the technological fields. So we actually keep on adding these companies, we keep on
Yeah.
adding the technologies. It's a free update, so they don't have to actually worry about the let us say the competitions today, and the student can actually go here and find out as to what is the Unilever competition in 2022. So he can see that Unilever is basically given them these kind of challenges. How do you create a waste-free
Yeah.
world? So no, we keep on updating this because as the challenges they become old, they have to be deleted, right? So we have to ensure that the package is absolutely kept up to date. Our research teams,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're
Must be
they're
huge job.
completely, yeah, it's a huge
Yeah.
job, and they are working day and night on this to make sure that they don't miss on any of these technologies or the updates which are there. Now, let me show you the example of this smart construction technology and how the world's first transportable stadium was created. So this actually
Okay.
makes them very, very creative. And the date of the edition was 7th of March. So you can
Okay.
see how updated this is just about
Okay. I'm
yesterday.
convinced there. That's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm still on taking this the route to market. Okay, I understand the technology. I understand the offering, so you don't need to get any further into the product
Okay.
and
Okay.
the solution or whatever. I
Okay.
really want to focus now on route to market.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if we can. So we've got your package, which is basically a subscription to full access. You provide a trainer as part of this, whether it's through or to the actual, I want to
Yes.
call them educators. It might actually be, I'm actually seeing so many opportunities here that I'm just trying to hone it down.
Hmm.
I'm seeing that we can go to all these people that get grants and they set up the NGOs. They get, we're not talking $10,000, we're talking millions of dollars,
Hmm.
and they're looking for ways to spend this money.
Yeah.
Is there, and I mean, they've got facilitators, they've got connections into the business schools, they and the universities, into reform programs like what's, sorry, I've lost the youth prisons. I've totally forgotten what they juveniles, juvenile
Hmm.
correctional services, where all these kids are sitting in there. They've been in drugs. They've been in all. They don't see any light. They can't find jobs because now they have criminal records,
Hmm.
and they're trying to get some sort of innovative and entrepreneurial spark.
Yes. Yes. You said
So
it.
I can't tell you how much money is being pumped into programs like that.
I
So
think it is going to
it's,
be a wonderful, your idea is absolutely spot on, I would say, on the bull's eye. So this can be a game changer. So
yeah, and it's really
yeah, it will change
choosing
the
a
thing.
path
And
and then
this is the
finding.
aspect I'm saying. You have your smartphone digital incubator. You don't have to go to an incubator and an accelerator. It is right there on your smartphone.
Yeah,
Everything. Where is the bank
that's
today?
awesome. Yeah,
I mean, the bank is on your phone. So I think this is what it is. The physical infrastructures, they're getting evaporated and
yeah,
which is being replaced by the digital infrastructures. So we will be the first company in the world. We are the first company in the world who thought about this idea that, this is the breakthrough. This is the industry first that we get in, that we provide everything to the student on the mobile phones. So,
also, are
yeah.
you, what's your business entity? Is it a non-for-profit? Is it a
No,
profit-based business?
it is for profit. Yeah. But
Okay, for profit.
yes.
Because there's, I mean, the one thing you've touched on now, I understand this thing, it's so big that I think we have to first choose the pathways. We can go down 1,000 of pathways here to bring this to the market, but I think we're going to have to start somewhere. We have to decide what is our where are we going to start? So one thing you went there, which is also lots of money getting pumped into it, is the environmental, the sustainability factors. Saying what is the need, and that's maybe an option that we can start going to, because that's a whole set of, that's a different market completely of who I would approach and who we would approach in terms of, okay, let's go down the sustainability route.
Right.
And then, of course, they've got a whole lot of STEM programs, but all aligned to let's save the world.
Right.
So the mission is let's save the world, and how we're going to spend our money on things like this. That's going to get students rallied into finding it. And okay, so that's probably, and it's very much aligned to what Gordon and Business Today's mission really is. Our side project and our passion is about the whole sustainability factors apart from our business side. Okay, we've got our business side, but we've also got this calling, if I want to call it that. So it's very much aligned to, it might fit into that camp as well. So, all right, I'm at a stage now where I'm firing off all sorts of ideas. I just need to process where I think would be the biggest uptake and opportunity to target first. Of course, and then how to bring our international network to the party. I know I keep talking about America just because this is the biggest opportunity in the world.
Yes.
And if we just change it, if we just get in, firstly, it's got the biggest source of funding behind looking for things like this. But also, since I moved to and now came from South Africa, it was a huge shock for me to come here and see how the young people in America have no idea about how they're messing up the planet, firstly. It's not even a conscious thought. Whereas even in South Africa, people were aware that we're part of this global ecosystem, and the choices and things we make have an impact on somebody else and on some things. Come to America, they come out, they don't even have an idea that they're part of something bigger, a system.
Correct.
So I mean, just from a need, I just keep talking about America, but I mean, we'll think of how we bring this then. If we can have even one place that we find a success, a drop of success, we can then duplicate it all around the world. And of course, we'll connect this with all our business partners that we have around the world as well. And they can find exactly what I'm going to do in the US, they will do in their own markets. But let's find a success model for them to try and follow first, just as you have. That part I would like to hear is, have you got other partners like ourselves, like Business Today would be for you? And by the way, I wouldn't market this under Business Today. I think we should start another trading, probably NGO, to carry this into the market, not with the name business, because this isn't about business today. This is about something about needs. Like I had something called Leader in Life, which maybe we use that as a just a trading company, just a shell company to brand it from a branding point of view. Leader in Life or whatever, something like that. Okay, so just talk to me about, you've said you sell this to universities, and is there anything else, any other route to markets that you've used?
Well, I think the list, I mean, you can see the customers on the slide that we have. These are all top universities, which is lovely professional, one of India's largest university, Sharda University. We have Birla Institute of Technology, we have Terry School of Business. So we have some of the best customers coming up with some excellent feedback. We have not partnered as of now with in the international market, but I believe that this whole product that we developed was actually not only for India, but also for the international market. So, but yes, now I think we have an opportunity, Debbie, where you with your ideas can see as to, how we can scale this up in the US market and also in the international markets. So I think we can decide upon, and I told Gordon that.
Can we use your tool to help us structure our thinking?
Yeah, of course.
Can we use your tool and click in the right places, and it's going to help us formulate this whole,
for example,
how to bring this to the world?
If you actually use this tool, of the go-to-market strategies, I think the most important thing over here is how do we figure out our association with the channel partners? So
Yeah.
you can see, how do we collaborate with the existing channel partners or with the existing channel partners of the similar products, right? Collaborate with the channel partners of strategic products. I think this is very, very important. So
Yeah.
we can actually, create this kind of a strategic associations with them so that it becomes, there is ease of accessibility. There are certain strategic alliances that we build. So this is what is, I think, very important. You can actually see this whole template which is there in front of you. We can use your channel partners over here to market this. But yes,
Yeah.
as you rightly said, that we will have to see how do you package it, and how do we go about this in the market. So there is
There's one
a
other,
plenty of scope. Yeah.
from a delivery perspective now, with our future tomorrow, the simulation,
Yeah.
what we've what we're doing is involving students, and we want to, because it's so vast and it has such a huge impact. In fact, from a business today's point of view, that's going to be our gift to the world. We weren't even charging for it. So therefore, it can't be costing us. We can't be paying people to do it. We're not that size organization that can do that. But we were going to offer this as to student bodies, universities, and that to train their students up to be the life coaches, really, to the younger generation, to the high schoolers, and put this program in the hands of the students, because the universities, as you would know, have these programs where they're looking for things for their students to get involved in and almost be mentors to the younger generations from both
Yeah.
sides, benefit to both sides,
Right.
So this could also be, and that's global, because it's, that's students all over the world. This is now something that they use to guide younger people in generating ideas and exactly what you're doing. And we put this almost in the hands of them as life coaches, like
Yes.
youth life coaches.
Very, very true.
Okay, so there's so many, because of the scale of this, but I think we have to start somewhere, and then I'm seeing all over the place, but I think we just have to now bring it into, where do we start and just create one streamlined process where we can have a small bit of success, and then we can start branching out into the next thing and the next thing.
Yes. I think there are many ways that we can proceed. One is, of course, you have the objective of, let us say, doing it without any, just as your CSR objective, as you say, so we can, our company can license the tool to your company. That is one way, and we can be the support to you for the training program and for the FDP and everything. The other is yeah.
Sorry, how do people pay you? Do they buy licenses through your platform, or do you send them an invoice and they pay you, then you give them like an access code?
We send them the invoice for the number of licenses, and then we provide them with the access.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the way it is. So, and the other way is, of course, there is a way that, we, let us say, we charge $10,000. The minimum is 500 students, and you have a markup on that, which is because that's a very less price that we have quoted you, right? Because it is, I would say, for 500, if it is $20 per person, that comes to 10,000, right? But $20 for a lifetime price is very less. So you might even charge 40. So your markup actually can be 10,000 plus 5,000 or $10,000.
Okay, I mean that's fine. That works. That's the best way to do it, because whether it's business today, we would pay you the $10,000, and then how we invoice the client or whatever.
That is your job.
Yeah, that's something different. And for the NGOs and all of that, everything has to, obviously, when we're dealing with NGOs, everything has to be completely transparent.
I think we have Gordon joining in, but anyway, let me see if he's able to.
Okay, he's managed to get on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that works. Immediately now, because I'm very closely
Hello,
connected with
Debbie
this.
Do.
Hello, how are you? You
Hi,
got on.
Gordon. Yeah.
Hi, Praveen, is that you?
Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, good to see
Very
you.
good. How are you guys? Can you see
Good
me or not?
Good afternoon. Yes.
No, your
This-
camera's not on.
Yes.
Camera's
Oh, now
not
it
on.
is.
I'm going
Yeah.
to turn the camera on.
Yeah.
Oh
Hi, how
my
are you?
gosh.
Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you.
I think
I'm sorry, I haven't got a shirt on. I've just come off the beach.
No problem. Me and Debbie are
And
having
next to me here is my MD.
Hello. I think we lost him, Debbie. Hello.
Finding the email.
Yeah.
Leave it on, it's fine. Perfect, thanks. So here I am, and all I'm here is to listen to you guys. I'm not going to say a single word.
Okay.
Except, hello.
Well, me and Debbie, I must thank you for introducing me to Debbie. She's full of some bright ideas on whatever I've shown to her, and
Right.
she has some great plans to see that this is not only in the US, this actually becomes a global product. She's very excited, and I'm very happy that she's understood it very fast, and she's
As the intermediary, yeah.
and she's trying to see that how we can stitch a business model on this and really create the global offering. I was just listening to Debbie actually. Yeah.
Okay. So keep going. Ignore me. I'm just sitting on the sideline.
Okay. Yeah.
So Praveen, I think I'm going to see how to get into the programs and things that are being offering at the stage now. And as I said, it's deciding where to start. Okay. So I think as a starting point, because of the timing in the US at the moment, in people putting together these programs for the summer camps and whatever, immediately forget about all the other stuff, like keeping kids busy or life paths and things like this. This does fit in very well with our future tomorrow, but I think it's something on its own. It is something on its own. It's not just a little complementary thing that we can just bolt onto what we're doing. It's something on its own. And
this time I have to interrupt, Praveen. This is an interruption. The only interruption I will make, just so you can understand that Debbie has got full authority from me to commit me and the Business Today structure completely.
Okay, that is great. Yeah, that is.
She becomes the boss. She is effectively, what's your title in America? I've forgotten.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Vice President in America. Anyway,
General slave.
But she carries
to the world.
She carries my full authority to commit everything that I've got anywhere in the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And she's truly fire. And I'm very happy that I met her today. And I'm very happy that she has got some great ideas. I'm sure we'll strike somewhere or the other. Yeah. Thank you.
She's a very bright lady.
Yes. No doubt.
Okay, thank you for all of that. So back to
how are we going to she was trained by the best. Oh, she was trained by the best person we know in the training field. So that's why she's so clever.
And I think it's, a little bit of being around Gordon for far too many years. That's why, Praveen, I can't even get the words out. I'm like, but give me a bit of time to process this and try hone down into how do we take the next step. And I'm thinking immediately, because of this university, they have a STEM program. They're targeting the same people that this is now aligned to. I'm on the email, the mailing list, and every single day I'm getting emails from them to say, we're looking for ideas. Do you have any programs that we can introduce? We're putting together our, not just the summer camp programs, but like incubators. They have the students that come to them. They have the funding. And they're looking for things like this. So let me connect with them. What I will need from you is some marketing material that kind of distills
Yes,
this
I
a
have
little
it.
bit,
Yeah, I have it.
words that I can use when I talk to them,
Yes,
and
I
maybe
will.
I'll connect you directly as well, bring you in.
Yes, I will
Again,
send you.
sorry. Again, one more interruption. I said it was the last one, but Deb's philosophically, what Praveen and I spoke about, and he buys into the philosophy of joint balanced partnerships.
Yep.
Yes.
So that makes me excited because Praveen, everything I've done in the world that
Yes.
succeeded has been an equal partnership situation where if you win, I win, vice versa.
Yes, yes. So, as I said, we will definitely be the equal partners. I will be sending you the marketing mail. Once you let me know what is your email ID, please WhatsApp that to me, and
Okay.
you will have a brief presentation and the marketing material that we have, which we send to various universities and the incubators. Please have a look at that. And then, of course, it's all yours. I mean, you have to decide upon the pricing, the business model, whatever you think is the best for both of us, right? We are there as a support. We provide the entire support system, the materials, the platform, the training, the tools, everything. And I believe in a long-term relationship. So let's make it big. Yeah.
Just one thing, you said it's for 500 licenses, $10,000, right?
Yeah.
It's about whatever, $20 a license. Can we then sell those onto multiple, whether it's 10 to this university, and can we separate that, or 100 to Czech Republic? And can we then distribute those licenses, or is it per entity? Is it 500 for that entity?
Actually, it is per entity because the training program is much more better. It is focused towards one university. So, and in any case, every university has got thousands of students. So 400-500 is not a problem. See, if you feel 500 is a larger number, you can reduce the number and say for 200 people, it is 10,000. Why do you want to reduce the numbers? I think you have to play on the price per person rather than playing on the numbers. Because some university might say that we only have, let us say, 50 students, right? So you can actually say 50 students is actually because international market is very expensive. So 50 students could be, about $5,000 or $6,000. I mean, I leave the pricing to you. Whatever you are able to negotiate, right? I have given you my pricing in India, but that doesn't mean that is the pricing in US. US is 5 times more than India.
And Debs, the principle would be, I think, what I want to do, I want to play open cards with Praveen. So for example, if you've got an opportunity in a summer camp situation, and you wanted to go in at $1,000 for good marketing reason, well, that's the price on that deal, and we split it.
So we have no issues. What I'm saying is that please don't restrict yourself by any kind of a constraint. Whatever you are able to fix up, we need to create success stories. If we create success stories, more and more customers will come to us.
And we start opening that path, then it's duplicate. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, let's choose a route. Okay, we choose it, we see it through, we get a success story, and the easiest way is to duplicate, copy, paste that all around the world and to other entity, like other universities or whoever.
We will not leave a customer if somebody says that we have got $5,000. We say, fine, let's go ahead, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody says we have 2,000, but there has to be a minimum point, because our training cost, our cost of faculty development and student training costs, all that is efforts.
But we can also separate that. I know you say it's all in, but we could also say, okay, you've only got 50 people.
Yeah.
We can charge whatever, 4,000 or whatever for the licenses.
Yes.
And then you have to pay for the trainer separately.
That's right.
Okay, so you can always separate that to make sure that your time.
Yeah.
Right. So Praveen, what Debbie knows how to do is bundle and then slice and dice the bundles. Because sometimes you make your money further down the track.
Right.
You might even say if it's the right place. For example, if Harvard was interested, as an example, we might well say to Harvard, right, the first 500 students you get for free, as an example, pure marketing.
So I think we leave it to you, and you can come up with your ideas. I will be sending you the email. If you can just share your email ID with me, Debbie, on my WhatsApp. So let me email the marketing mailer with the presentation. And together, if we have to do any kind of Zoom like we are doing right now with your prospective customers, I will be very happy to do those kind of Zooms to explain to them exactly what we provide.
That's great, thank you. Because me to get my words out like you do is probably not going to be as effective.
Yeah.
For you to come in, I can do the connections and introductions, and then you can come and talk about what
Exactly.
this world opens up to them.
Exactly. So wonderful meeting you today. If there are any other questions, I'll be very happy to answer. Okay,
we're going to find some need, and then we'll just stumble our way through until we actually have something real, and we've found funding, and then we'll sort of we're not going to spend our time and effort in putting together the perfect solution. We will kind of make it up as we go along. I think it's
super.
Nothing succeeds like success.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super. So wonderful.
But again,
this is wonderful, Gordon. This is
me. But what we're not interested is in chasing chicken shit, if you excuse me, not interested in the bits and pieces. We want the big ones. We want the big sharks. We want Columbia. We want Harvard. We want MIT. We want those sort of places.
Yeah.
And I can tell you those places are looking for something like this too. Yeah. So it's a match made in heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Gordon, I was just saying to Praveen, with our mission and gift to the world on what we want to do in terms of sustainability and that.
Exactly.
This is going to be a good platform for us to
Thank
do.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Gordon,
for
introducing me.
No, thank you, Praveen. And I knew as soon as you and Debbie talk, I knew that your minds would be just like that.
Sure. Thank you so much.
I don't know if they're quite aligned like that yet, but we'll get there, Praveen.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
It was a great pleasure. Have a wonderful day. And send me your email ID. I can send you all the details. Yeah.
Okay, I've sent you my email. Send me what you can and whatever, any accesses and things like that. But at this stage, I need marketing materials. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Stay well.
Bye, Gordon. Bye. Have a wonderful evening and a good day.
And you, Praveen, nice to see you.
Nice
I'm
to
going to come and visit you as soon as I can travel again properly.
My pleasure.
I'm going to Australia later, and then what I might well do is come back via India. And
Most
perhaps
welcome.
We'll look at the routines, and maybe Debbie and I will do that together.
Most welcome. It will be my pleasure to have you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Debbie. And
all right, Praveen, please send me a link to the recording, okay? That's going to help me.
I will send it to you, yeah.
And me too, please. And me too.
I will, yeah.
And to say to you, as they say in Swahili, asante sana.
Thank you, and all the best. Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Praveen.
Thank you.
Stay on, please, Debs.
Thank you. I can't. It's Praveen's call. I'll phone you. I'll phone you.
Okay. Okay. Can you buzz me?
Yes.
Thanks, Debs.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Praveen.
Thank you.
Asante sana.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.